They say it's just a meeting, but you may be opening up a can of worms by allowing it.
M&A Mondays
with John Hood.
In most situations where your company is going to be acquired, eventually the buyer is going to want to meet the employees, right? Obviously, they're going to need to know that there's a new boss, there's a new company in charge of the old company, and most of the time this will happen before the deal closes. There are a couple of obvious concerns with how to approach this meeting, one of which is just you want to make sure that your employees feel like they're getting full transparency, they know what the deal means for them, what it's going to look like after the closing, how long you're going to stick around if you've been their direct boss or at all in their kind of chain of command. And probably even more importantly, you want to make sure that your company's intellectual property, other assets are protected, especially in the event that the deal doesn't close, right? You don't want your buyer going in, talking to everybody, learning all your trade secrets, all your secret sauce, and then having the deal fall apart and having them be able to go off and replicate it on their own. So for that latter point, there's a couple pretty easy ways to prevent that. One of which is, you want to have very clear IP protections in your employment and contractor agreements. You should have that anyway, regardless of whether you're talking to an acquirer. And you want to make sure that your employees are reminded of and aware of their obligations, right? You're not going to disclose any confidential information. You're not going to show them any proprietary systems until after closing. And in your LOI with your buyer, you should also have both a confidentiality provision and ideally you're going to have some kind of an exclusivity provision. If you have a private equity or another sort of institutional type buyer, there's a very good chance that they're simultaneously talking to competitors of yours. So you can't necessarily prevent that, but you want to have really clear language in the LOI that says they're not going to take any of the information that they learn from you and use it for their own business or for the business of a competitor that they have an agreement with. Hope this was helpful. I'm John Hood, M&A attorney. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to drop a comment and please subscribe.